Yeah, good day. Welcome to continuation of 3 bedroom on a half plot of land that we are working on. So in the last episode, we are working on the elevation, making them come to life a little bit by bit. So today we want to go deeper in the elevation and make sure that we do the render presentation for a clarity. So that will be a very base of what we want to do here today. So the first thing we do is that I'm going to go to the elevation that way, use the elevation for that matter. So I want to start, but before I go, let me conclude this aspect of which I started. So I'm going to go to level 1. So I'm going to select that external wall. So because I have it now, I have to continue. So create similar. So I'm going to say to start from the foundation. So whatever I have there, it's going to work together with this. So I'm going to click this and set it up. So you can reduce the thickness of line so that you'll be able to see the faint line, you'll be able to do whatever you need to do if you have the same thick parts of mine. So take and fix. So when you go to 3D, you see the aspect concluded here. So it's closed. So what I need to do now, let me go to east. So that will now let me do my little design that I want to do here so that I conclude the aspect. So I'm going to say architecture model in place. So I can decide to use any of these as well. So let me use the family, let them come together with the single family. So because when I want to do some of other work, I'll be able to add them together without needing to stress myself. So I'm going to say extrusion. Remember, so the extrusion is most common. So I will say I'll just look for the reference position. I think this one is not sensitive enough to hold that. So I don't know why, and I don't know why it was in this way. So but I will just continue to find until I see. So I've seen one, which is this one, so I pick it. Now I will say, so I want to create that part, so from up to down. So I'm going to say again, so this time around I will say offset minus 150. So I'm going to use this minus 150 or 2 to create that anything that I wanted to do work with. So minus 150, then minus 150 as well. So which means I have 4 line of layer here. I'm going to say click. So here, let me just change the color shader and leave it that way. So in elevation, you introduce a lot of pattern that just suits, does not matter, just the artistic. You just need to show the demonstration of that you have artist pattern, so you work on. So like this one now, this one just effect to just make the front elevation look more enticing. So what I do here, and I just say mirror, then I mirror it. Good. So as I mirror it now, it's not that I've concluded. I can now just select the 2. So I'm going to go to this and just reduce it to like 120. It should not be too bogus. So if you go to 3D, you see that the front elevation look. So you can decide to continue changing the thickness, which is the extrusion end. So you can just say like, let me just say 80 now this time around. So it should reduce. Good. I think with this pattern, fine. So now I will plant flowers to those faces. So let me just click finish before I later come back and do 1 or 2 things again from that elevation. So I'm going to say click. I will say components. So from the component, I will select. What I need to select is just pick a flower for the faces. So I'm going to select this one. So I'm supposed to go to level 1. Foundation level, which is where I'm going to work that in. So I'm going to placing it here. So with this one in place now, you're going to see that a lot of the beauty will be coming up for the. You're going to have different look entirely. So the person, you can modify and gather everything with flowers and everything. So it's not, doesn't matter, as long as you are progressive with what you are creating. So that's just, now you look at it from the 3D. Let's say I go to 3D now and see what I've created. So you see, so if you don't want the flower the way it looks, you can decide to change one or two of them, like this. Select this one as well. Then you come here and say duplicate. So when you say okay, so you go to appearance, edit, and go check if it's okay by you, fine. So you come to rendering appearance and you change the appearance that you are seeing. I'm going to go to stroke, and so let me just use this particular sweet smoke orange. I think that's okay by me. So it's bigger, and so if I don't want that, I'll just change it again. Let me just get it to have something like red within. So let me use this this particular one. So I'm going to say okay. So that's it. This enters. You can just go to foundation, so you adjust it from there. So you know they are not carrying the same, so you just change it. They're the same thing, but they have different size. So you go do that by changing this one to, you just want to change this one to 120. So 300 is good. Good. So I will look back and see it from 3D without it chooses what I want it to choose. So fine. So that's how you work on this one. So now you can go back to the elevation. So east elevation. Here now what you just do, edit and select, then this one just pick it. So move to this top. So you say edit in place, edit that. So you can delete this completely, but you just maintain what you are doing. So you just like set this on up. Just need this. So pick again. Just a copy. Okay, you can have it like that. You adjust it so that if you have something that look, now you just need to mirror. I'm going to mirror it now. So I mirror that. Fine for me. So for me now, I'm not going to finish because I still want them to maintain the same thing. So I'm going to say from here, just like select this. You can draw this one like this. Say from here, do it down. Draw it to the ground. Let it enter. Okay. I'll do this one. So you just play with lines. Anytime you're on the elevations, the more busy it is, the more beauty it becomes. So you can just imagine. So for me now, I'll do something. So I'm going to say, so just select this one and draw it straight. Why is this element is too small on this screen? Doesn't matter. So just like select it. Now you adjust it on your own. So you just say, sorry for the way my mouse is behaving. So you just like select here. Then say escape, then adjust. Okay, I think with this one now you have something concrete to look into. So that is how busy this one can be. So you can reduce this one, not having the same thickness with that one. So I'm going to reduce this one to 45. So you not have too much, you're going to cut too much shadow. It's not going to be relevant for that matter. So this is how busy, you can imagine the busy of the elevation now. Okay, one way or the other, you have added value to this. So if you want, I always like to attend to my front side of elevation. If you want other side to have the same thing, you spend more time by going to the other side and add one thing, change color, express yourself and things like that. So if you, after you are done with this one, there will be a lot of things you can add if you have the kind of my templates like I've said. So you just go to my kind of my templates and start working on them. But if you don't have, go to see and download. some of what you need to download. So like this, you can just put this one here, then mirror it with copy so that you have. So from here now, just like 90 degree, so you have this. So you go to this television and see. So if this I've added, when you get to 3D, you're seeing something in it again. So that is alpha. So you can address and change as wherever you want to change and put them in order. So if you this elevation is dry for you on the side, but I always elevate the front side because that's only where because to design elevation at times it costs a lot of money. So as economic factors of design, you just need to stay within the reality of what you are creating. So that is how far for this elevation aspect. So now I want to do one thing where I make sure that I choose a rendering aspect for you so that you'll be able to present even though you are not doing the 3D. There are two ways to do. I mean, the first way is that you look at this east elevation. I'm going to concentrate on that one. I don't want all this line to be showing, so what I do is I hide category. It should disappear, so I don't want to see them. So I will toggle up my crop region, so I will be able to know the area I want to concentrate attention on. So you drag this one now. Are you getting it? So you drag it to this place. So shrink again to the parts that look up. So shrink to this part. So the next that here, you have already gotten your position right. Good. So the first thing you do is that you click on cancel. You just remove everything that are not under the graphics of the crop. You can now toggle up the crop region. So click zoom. You are no more seeing, everything is look plain, which is fine. So now I want to work on the graphics aspect, like having background colors and things like that. So I'm going to go to this particular place. So now so say graphics. So in the graphics, so from the sunlight, you see that the sunlight is correct because according to the template. So I'm going to change the lighting pattern here. So if you don't want, let's say like this is like a too thick or too heavy for me, so I'm going to say, let me just say to foundation, and then I will apply. So you see any effects, nothing changed. So you can just come here and say 167, then you do 20. So here you can say apply. You see the effect. So you change it to foundation, you see the effect again. So if you change it to level 2, you can just imagine how far most of this thing will look like. So I'm going to return it back to the way it was. So I want, like, say 150. From 150 now I'm going to say 30. So from there I will say okay. So it will give me that kind of things I need. Now I will go back again to, if I want my shadow to be more thicker, you can increase the sun setting, or you do the sun setting the way, so you just allow them to have the effect, and you'll be applying them so that you know. So for like this, ambient may not have any something. So but if you want your shadow to be thicker, to be increased, you put it there. It's going to be more deep. Now the realistic effect you are seeing is normal. So if you want to do it manually, you can just like selecting this manual part and start exchanging, as you can imagine. So that's how you work. You can come to this part and see, so it's going to be more brighter. So choice matters. So when you select image correction, like the highlight part, you can work on this one as well. So you say shadow to be darker or lighter, you choose that. So warmer, cooler, things like that. So for me, I don't too much come to this place, except I have some graphics when I was doing some, like doing some. So I would prefer doing normal thing like the way I'm saying it. So the next thing is that the background aspect. So you can click back and say automatic so that you will rectify whatever you have done. So the next thing I do, sorry, the image color correction. I think I've done this one. So this all billboard. So it depends on you use render appearance. So all your appearance, it depends on the way. So if you want to use render appearance that the way you have, depends on whatever you are creating. So for that all billboard, I don't bother myself about that. Now the next thing is the background color. So background color, now you have sky. If you want to select a sky by yourself, So you have the background, they will choose a automated that for you. So you can just say apply. You see, so you have a sky on your own. We don't have any preeminent over that. So if you have image, you can bring the image of whatsoever, give you the custom, then you select your image if you have it. If you don't have any, like this one that I have some of this like this one, I think in my documents I have something similar. Let me just use this one to represent a little bit and you'll be able to see. So like this one now, you click, what is the issue? So you just say open, so it will update itself here. So you can just say original size. So here you say okay, you see what will happen here now. Apply it, update. So you have image. So if you have ordinary sky that you don't have any something there, you can be able to use it, but I'm not going to use this one. So if you have ordinary sky, you have just pure sky, you can use that to render the background. That will be very interesting. So the last one, which I normally use most myself, is this particular one, which is gradient. Gradient has been my best option that I always normally use. So I'll be able to control whatever. I can control the horizon level, I control the ground level, I control everything. So by the ground level, I will just like making it like normal brown, a little bit darker, fine for me. Apply it, you can imagine. So the horizon, which is this one, you come to this level 2, you can pick from here, then say okay, then apply. Can you see the horizon now? Let us go to the sky, which is this one. So I select blue, complete blue. It's what I need to get. So it's to blend together all together now. Say okay, then you apply it. So you see the sky. So now it's not done for me. That the reason why is that this particular one, I like to take it up because of the thickness, so that I'll be able to blend together with whatsoever that I have. So you see, so this part is a difficult thing most time, but the best you can do is to let it work according to the way you feel like it didn't fit for you. So let's just say horizon, the horizon, let me go with this. Okay, then this one, so I have to usually blended with this as well. So by the time you finish, everything comes together and give you the hope of the design that you have. So that's how the background color can freaky look like the way you want them. So if you like, you have all these things in place, you now want to have like a big tree, so it depends on you. Now what I want to do here is that I can now go to foundation and use one of these because I'm at the east side. This is what I'm looking at. I'm using this elevation marker now to work my design. So I'm going to say just click on this, then from here I go to foundation, I just draw one long wall. So if it's okay by me, I will reduce the height or leave it like that. So just let's say I want to reduce the height to 2800. So let me just go to east and see what I've created. See, so this one is up here. Are you seeing it? So the background has covered some of those things that you are seeing, and which make your design look more attractive. So this is how you blend your ideas together. So if you finish with this side of elevation, you can move to the other side and do your work and get it. So from here, this is the realistic view aspect, which is fine, fantastic. If you don't want the shadow, you can toggle it off to maintain whatsoever you want to maintain. If you have another thing to look into, and you can just look at it and just like give yourself that the idea that you know that's going to work for you. So a lot of things you need to just program and work together with. So that's how you play around. Now the same thing, you can use sun to organize your, so you can just say on the sun part, you just say continue whatever. So because the sun setting is not in the place, but you see the effect. But today I'm not going to talk about the sun setting. So I'm going to come back in another tutorial to do that, but I'm going to limit it to this one. So because after which I come here, I will go to, what will I call it, the little bit of foundation design. Then I will do a dimension drawing, probably a session, because I want to do a document of printing. So you'll be able to know how you can print work Whether you send it in PDF, send it on internet, send it on anything. I'm going to demonstrate it for you here, or you send it through WhatsApp to people. So if you don't know how to send work through WhatsApp, I will teach you in this, use this episode to teach you. Time for watching. Stay tuned as we progress in another tutorial. God bless you.